Hello guys, my name is Femi Aderogba. In the professional world, I am a data analyst. However, when it comes to the investing world, I love to classify myself as a digital asset analyst, especially when it comes to Forex and anything crypto. Today, I actually want to show you the trend or the likely trend of two currency pair. The first one is GBP USD and the other one is GBPCAD. So I will be sharing my screen and I will be making a step-by-step analysis of the market. And if you are actually interested in trading the market as of today, 18th of July 2024, you can actually follow these techniques to get insights into the market and take a trading decision. So I am about to share my screen for you to see, and from there we can actually start having some analysis in the market. As you can see, this is the GBPCAD chart, British pound versus Canadian dollar chart. And on this chart, we have various candlesticks. As you can see, we have different candlesticks here, which there are a lot of different printing or different color. If you're the first timer when it comes to forex trading, most time when you see two colors like this, the green represent the bullish call or the bullish power potential, and the red represent the bearish. Bullish means for the buyers and bearish means for the sellers. Now looking at this chart, you may be wondering or you may be thinking, what am I to do? Well, the chart you are seeing here contains a lot of information, especially when it comes to candlestick. But as a good trader, when you actually want to make trading decision, there are some things you have to consider. The first thing you need to consider is, where is the price at this moment? And you can see this is the current market price, and how has it been moving in for some days now. Now, when we are talking about how has the market been moving, you cannot make a decision with all this. You have to, get a perspective of the market by, trying to zoom out. Yes, is it zoom out? Yes, zoom out, so that you are able to see a good details about the market itself. You can see this is a plain chart. Now, let's consider something here. If you look at this chart around there, you will realize that from here, the market appears to be moving upward right from here. From here, it started moving upward like this, till it got here. So looking at this, we can say the current market is actually in a bullish mode, meaning the market is in an uptrend, and meaning that the value of GBP against CAD keep strengthening, especially when you look at this chart from September 2023 to date. GBP has been strengthening against CAD. Now, let's go for the quick analysis so that we can understand the market. After you are able to establish this, the next thing you have to do is to reset your chart, just like mine. Then have a full screen like this and look at the end from this is right to the left to start analyzing the market. Now, when it comes to trend analysis, the most advisable thing for you to do is to establish the short-term trend. Looking at this case, you are going to agree with me that, now, so if you have to establish the short-term trend, all you have to do is you come to this area, you can see the trend line too, just pick it. Then, right from this place that there is a short movement, you trace the market down from that place. Now, when you trace the market down from that place, you can see that the market has actually curated almost two sides, and the left hand side is the previous record. Then the right hand side, which are the little print over here, are actually the latest information about the market. That is one. Then another way you can do this is to draw your trend line from here. Oh, sorry. Another thing you can do is draw the trend line from here. So obviously, if you draw the trend line from this place, you will be able to see that it's very important. If you have actually drawn this trend line, you will realize that there is an empty space there. Yes, these are areas you can expect the market to fill. In that case, you may have a sentiment that this particular market we're actually talking about is most likely going to bounce here. As a result of that, you can start having a kind of decision that the GBPCAD market will correct itself for few moments. It could be 1 hour, it could be 3 hours, it could be 4 hours. What matter is this trend line. Now, looking at that, you are able to establish the momentary move or the next momentary move of the market. Now, you've done one thing to get the clue to the market. The next thing you have to do to proceed here is to also, since the market is going, you are expecting the market to come down over here to respect and the trend line to move up. You should also consider the last point the market has actually bounced on the line. You can see this is actually where the market tried to respect the line before this is where it respected the line before it moved up. Now, because of that, it will also be essential for you to do this. You are going to follow the market. Possibly, yes, sorry, I told you if you have to draw the trend line, it makes more sense. It makes more sense to draw the line from the most recent data, then use it as information line. It all depends on how you intend to do it. You can do it that way, but I can adjust it this way, since this is actually the recent information about the market. So now, if you are able to do that, or let me try to make just a few corrections here. If you can do this in two ways, this is the first one. From here, the market has been moving and been respecting this. This is one, which is good. Which is good for you. Is a good way to decide. But this is one thing I want you to understand. If you actually come to the market around July 16, which is 2 days ago, this is what the market will give to you. But imagine you are just opening the chart or the market. I can be honest with you, this is what you are going to see. So either of the two methods works. It all depends on the current information of the market. But in my own case, since I'm just opening the chart and I need to understand the market, I will prefer this later one than the previous. So I want to delete this so that I can get a clue about the market. Now, having said that, you have successfully seen the market. Now, time to make entry, right? But it's not advisable for you to rely only on this trend line to make a market decision. The reason why it's not advisable is that if you look at this as well, chart I did, let me show you. If you look at this, if you have done that as well, you can see that immediately the market broke this area, it went up and it starts coming down. That is actually expected of the market. But it's highly important for you not to depend on this trend line only for your market. Like I was saying, it's not advisable for you to trade the market just with this trend line. You are going to make a very big mistake. Now, what should now be the next thing for you to consider is price action, which is the study of the candlestick. You see, every candlestick here, there are some special candlestick that you must pay attention to and must determine your decision. You must pay attention to them, and whatsoever is there determines whether you are going to continue with your decision or you are not going to continue with your decision. Now, let's zoom out and make certain explanation so that you can understand me better. So I believe you can see my chart very well. Let's start from this green candlestick. You can see that there is a long candlestick around there, and this means there was actually a strong movement up, and that suggested a kind of bullish movement. The next year we had some kind of neutralization. You can see two candlesticks around there, which actually is still trading inside the major area, the previous area, the historical area. So because of that, we cannot actually have a decision to enter the market. Now, if you keep following it, you can see after all this short candle comes a long candlestick, which is red in figure, and this actually engulf these two candles. So one thing to notice, this big candle form outside the area we've actually partitioned, meaning they are no longer trading in the bull zone. They have started trading in the bear zone. So this candlestick is a suggestion that there is an engulfing candlestick over here, which is actually suggesting a reversal, that the sell order will actually be in place. Now, after these two candles, we have doji. And what do we mean by doji? Doji means it is always a kind of candlestick that comes with a small body and with a long candlestick. You can see it has a very small body but with long wick. From here, it is telling us that the information in the market, the decision by traders are not clear. That means there are signs of indecision in the market with this candlestick. So now, if you must now make entry again on GBPCAD for the month of July, especially on this day, 18th of July 2024, it will be very crucial for you to take a bit patient. Now, what do I mean by taking a patient? Now, having seen that, you have to allow the market to trade below this doji candlestick. A trade below it can guarantee that you are going to have the market possibly coming down. Okay, let me get the arrow. It's possible that if the market can trade below this after the indecision, you are likely going to have, let me pick that tool again. Okay, let me use the path tool. So meaning that, so it means that the market can move to this area. The market can move to this area for your trade. That is what it means exactly. The meaning that if you are a professional trader or you are someone who has been looking for trading signal and you are much interested in GBPCAD, this is a good decision point for you. Yes, obviously, this is a good decision point for you because I've been able to give an analysis of what the market is and where the market is likely to go. Now, meaning On your MetaTrader, you can tell the market to sell around 1.77424, that the market should sell be around that area now, and you can take your profit somewhere around there, 1.76. Or don't forget, the market does not move in a straight line. Let me try to draw some path where some imaginary path that this is the first one. So let's draw the second one. The market may not go in a straight line. The market may just have to follow this. Sorry. Let me take the path again. The market may go this way and eventually bounce somewhere around there. So in that case, if the market get prolonged up to that level, we can realize that the minimum place to take our profit is 1.76520. That will be where we are likely going to take our profits. Now, let's count it how many points, because I want to believe there are some starter in this area, so I want to use point for my conclusion. So if you calculate 1.77376, let me use calculator. Okay, if we have 1.7740 here and 1.76500, that's around 1000 points. If we have to say it in technical term, we are going to actually call this 100 pips. Instead of 1000 points, remove the last zero. So the last zero, when you remove the last zero, you are going to have 100 points, and 100 points means 100 pips. So meaning that this trade is likely going to get you a profit worth 100 points or 1000 points. That is what it actually means. Now, having done that calculation, it's very important for you to know where to take your loss in case the market is not going in your favor. Then, where you have to take your loss, if we have to go by that, you must be ready and you must be willing to take your loss somewhere above the last point that the market actually starts correcting. And I'm trying to find that. So this is it. This is the last point that the market actually, this was the market was the last top it recorded before coming down. Then you have to calculate the distance from here to here. That's 500 points. Then you have to calculate another 500 points upward. That is around 1000 points, 100 pips for 100 pips. So in most cases, when you are trading Forex, the profits you are likely going to get should also be equivalent to your risk, or your risk should be lesser than your profit. If you are going to risk 500 points, your profit can be up to 1000 points. But if you are going to risk 1000 points, it does not make sense for you to be making a profit of 800 points. You are not making a good trade and you are not actually having a good risk management. So with this, if you ask me what will be the direction of the market, I will say that so far you are willing to risk 100 pips or equivalent of 100 pips in your trading account, you are good to go. If the market can trade below 1.77409, you can take a short trade there down to this area. Then you can place your stop loss immediately above that point. I believe this video has actually been helpful for you and giving you insight on what action to take as far as GBPCAD is concerned. I would love to see you in my next video, where I will actually be talking about the next direction for GBP USD, British pounds versus United States dollar. So thank you for watching me, and I would love you to also subscribe to this channel for more updates regarding anything Forex. Thank you.